Hey there, everybody. Excuse me, taking a big drink of water. Um, we're going to show you here how to zoom in on an aspect of a graph in Excel. It's not like everything else in Excel. It's not super simple, but it's also not incredibly complex. It's actually pretty straightforward. So on the previous video, I actually showed you a way to do it by right-clicking on the graph and then hitting select data and then actually messing with these by the edit command. And that's fine and dandy and all, but I realized there's actually an easier way to do it than that. So from here, you click on the graph, somewhere in the body of the graph right here, excuse me. And you see how over here it changes the data, it selects the data with colors. It says, 0 through 16 is highlighted in purple, and the names are highlighted in red, and everything else is highlighted in blue. You can mess with that by dragging these corner handles here. So watch this. If I grab this top left one and pull it down until it's only highlighting years 5 through 16 and then I let go, you're done. You've already changed the window, which is absolutely beautiful, and then you're looking at the one you want to look at, which is 5 through 16 and not everything else. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the last video. I guess for reals, when I record it, I'll go back and re-record it so that I do. So anyway, now you're looking at the correct thing. The only thing I would change here is I would mess with the axes. We've discussed in this lab a couple times the axis not being square. What I'd also recommend is we clean up some of the dead space. Notice how the lines occupy pretty much the space from here all the way through here. There's a huge amount of dead, I would call dead white space down here. We can get rid of that by chopping these numbers down. This number starts at 0. I'm going to right click on the vertical axis and go to format axis. And when you do that, it goes to minimum and maximum bounds, and then you can change that. So I'm going to change this one up here. I'm going to change it to a minimum of 30 instead of a minimum of 0, and then exit out. And then what happens is the lines fill the graph more, and I think that's a much better look. You can see some more of the separation and the space between the lines, and I really think that's a better look for the graph. So you can mess with it more, like you can get even more refined. You might drop it down to 30, I don't know, 4, and drop the top down to 125. I mean, you can have all the fun you want with it. But I think that actually this, I believe, is worse than that. I think that's a better look. So anyway, just a quick little tutorial on how to edit the data, and sorry I didn't show you that earlier. It would have been much easier. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.